Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to another video. This is the same shirt that I wore as the previous video because I'm literally recording this the next day. I went to sleep with this shirt, woke up and decided to shoot this video. If you guys haven't read the news this morning, Rodrygo, apparently according to Madrid Zone and cited some references, Rodrygo has instructed his agents to start looking for a new destination this summer. And this comes off of last game where, I don't know if you guys watched last game or recall what happened when Rodrygo got subbed off, but the man was frustrated. He got sent to the bench and Vinny replaced him, and you guys could see he was like saying something. I think there was videos going around. Somebody read his lips and what he was saying. But yeah, he looked frustrated. He threw down, I believe it was a towel or something like that. But yeah, that's what made me want to create this video. And I listed a couple of reasons why I want Rodrygo to stay in Real Madrid. But the most important reason why I want Rodrygo to stay is because he is that creative winger that we need. We need Rodrygo because of the creativity that he brings when attacking, the dangerous threats that he poses when attacking. We've seen him done it as a right winger as well. And there's moments last season as well and this season where when he plays as a left winger, he could ball out as any position up in front. So Rodrygo has to stay in order for this team to stay balanced. Vinícius Jr. cannot be the only one that we rely on this entire season, right? Or for an entire season as a left winger, right? There has to be rotations, and just like against Real Oviedo, Rodrygo's the one who started instead of Vinny, and we saw how that went, especially when Vinny then got subbed on, and the impact that Vinny has done on the field for the last 35 minutes. But the reason why I say that Rodrygo has to stay is most importantly because of the creativity that he brings to attacking. And I believe that Rodrygo is not a player that has to stay on the bench. I think he is a player that has to start, but also Vinny has to start, and also Mbappé has to start, and none of them are right wingers, but one of them has to play as a right winger, right? And this is the thing, I've made videos about this. Not all three of them could start, right? But I have made videos about how they can work together. And in my opinion, I would put Rodrygo at that left wing position. The reason being is because he is the one that has that creative finishes and creative dribbling, creative passes, creative touches. Everything about Rodrygo is creative. And that is something that I said Real Madrid needs. They have to be creative with their passes, especially cutting through the middle and getting into the box. As we all know, Vinny does the same thing over and over again. I did mention in a couple of videos, and I've written down on my notes, Vinícius Jr. works more playing in the center than off the wing. If you guys look at last game, where did he get his assist, right? Where did he get his goal? He didn't start all the way on the left side where he loves to play near that out of bounds line, right? He was more towards the middle. Yes, he got his goal from the left side, but he was already in the box on the left side in front of the goal, right? The way he assisted Mbappé, he was on the right side. Yes, it was a fast break and it was through a press. But the way Vinícius Jr. operates, I think it's best for him to be more towards the middle. And in order for him to be towards the middle, right, is for him to play either as a striker, right, which I don't think that's going to work. But even if we put him as a right winger, right, now it sounds crazy because we all know he is a left winger and he is right-footed. Rodrygo made it work and made it happen at right wing. And if Vinny plays as a right winger, the only problem is I don't think that he's going to be scoring as much, but I do think that he is going to be more creative with his passes and his dribbling. Because if you're a right-footed playing as a right winger, you are going to use your right foot most likely to pass and most likely to dribble and most likely to cross it in, right? But Vinícius Jr., since he plays on that left wing most of the time, he is kind of, I want to say forced, but he is kind of tempted to go for the goal himself. If you watch his highlights, you guys will know what I'm talking about. And especially the way he dribbles into the box or tries to dribble down that left wing. he tries to outpace his opponent plenty of times, which is why I think Rodrygo is a better fit at the left wing position, because he could provide passes from that left side, but not only passes, he could also finish when needed. Now, I know that Xabi Alonso hasn't started Rodrygo a lot of times, but I think that Rodrygo is a player that can start, but in Xabi Alonso's eyes, I think that he is a player that is going to be being rotated, right, or be rotated with Vinícius Jr. That worked last game. Is it going to keep happening? I don't know. Since Vinny Jr. popped off that last game when he got subbed on, I do think Rodrygo is going to start off on the bench. I really do hope that he does get subbed in. Not in the last 10 minutes. I want him to get subbed in maybe in the last 20, 25 minutes. Vinny Jr. needed time to break in when he got subbed on. And Rodrygo could be the same. Mbappé could be the same. Gonzalo could be the same. Anybody who gets subbed on could be the same. So that this doesn't just apply to Vinny Jr. Rodrygo, I know you're not watching this, but I'm sending a message and I'm acting like that you're watching this. I'm envisioning myself, you're on your iPhone 16 Pro Max watching this in bed while getting leg massages. Stay in Real Madrid. Hey, look, I know he would have stayed if Xabi Alonso would give him minutes, right? Because that's the thing. Here's the thing as well. Like, I'm going to mention this point as well. Rodrygo would stay if he does get good minutes, but I don't see them doing half and half, right? I don't see Vinny Jr. staying on for 45 minutes and then Rodrygo 45 minutes. I don't think that's happening. One is going to play more than the other, and one is going to play probably majority of the match than the other. And most likely, just by the names, Vinny and Rodrygo, it's going to be Vinícius Jr. So there has to be a solution to keep Rodrygo. However, even though it hurts me to say this, if he does not get what I just mentioned, it is best for Rodrygo to leave Real Madrid. And it's hard for me to say this. I'm a huge fan of Rodrygo. I love Rodrygo, and I want him to stay. We need him as much as we need Mbappé, Vinny, and Bellingham. However, Rodrygo is still young, and he doesn't deserve to be on the bench majority of the season and possibly even his career. So I'd say it's best for him to make a move this summer. Maybe give this last season with Real Madrid. If it goes well, how Rodrygo sees it goes, then he should stay. But if it doesn't, then even Real Madrid fans are saying that he should go. And we're all supportive of that. And even though it hurts us, it's the best for Rodrygo. So this is just a quick little video I wanted to dedicate it to Rodrygo staying. I do hope that he stays, and I know most likely he's going to stay for the rest of the season, if not maybe getting loaned or something in January. But like I mentioned, if he has to leave, all of Real Madrid are going to support him. Nobody's going to hate him, no matter where he goes. And I hope that it's not Barcelona. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments below. Do you want him leaving? Do you want him staying? How do you feel about it? Leave it in the comments below. And until then, assalamu alaikum.